So in today's class, we will go through how to work in Illustrator using the brushes. Okay. So there are different types of brushes. Let me open the file on which we are going to work today. So here we have a blank, not a blank window. We have a like a window here, which is let me fit it in the artwork. We have some artwork over here. But what we will do is that with the help of the brushes, we will enhance this. Okay, we will make it more like appealing. So brushes here, you will see that on Illustrator, this is the part where the brushes are. So there is a brush, paintbrush tool, there is a blob brush tool, there is a pencil tool. Paintbrush tool, basically, it works on the stroke. Okay, so you have to keep then like that in mind. When you're working with the brush, you are working with the strokes. So here, while working with the brush, your fill have to be none. Okay, for example, you can click here, click none, and then you can make sure your stroke is activated with any color that you want. So this is how the brush will work. So brush should have an outline color and the fill should be transparent or none. Okay, means like it will not be used. Now inside the Illustrator, what you need to do here is that uh, you have here brush options. Okay, I have the brush options here because I just like moved it. If you don't have it, you have to go to the windows, then you have to go to the brushes. Okay, so if I will go here in the brushes, it will show here. Okay, now let's see how many types of brushes we have first. Then we will go to these brush settings here. Okay, this brush panel. There are at least 5 different types of brushes. The calligraphy brushes. Okay, these are the calligraphy brushes. Calligraphy brushes are same as you type Arabic calligraphy or Chinese calligraphy or English scripting calligraphy with it. Okay, so for example, if I will take any one of these two here, okay, and if I want to do Arabic calligraphy, I can take Arabic calligraphy tool or like any like calligraphy tool from here, like suppose this one, and maybe I can type here in Arabic language or something. Okay, and you will notice that what it do is it automatically turns my uh, stroke smoother. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so any kind of word you can write here in Arabic. Like suppose if I want to write like this, okay, or in English also if I want to write something like in English calligraphy, okay, like a more like Gothic style. So I can do that with this. After that, we have a brush which is a more like an art brush. So what are the art brush? These are the art brush. Okay, this is the art brush, which can draw anything on your screen, uh, like in an artistic form. Like suppose we have here this brush. This is an art brush. This is an art brush. Okay, and if I will draw with this, so it will give me a charcoal feeling here. Okay, that I'm drawing with a charcoal. So this is like an art brush. Then we have Bristol brush. Bristol brush is just like this, and you can see a like a paintbrush over here. It works like a paint brush basically. Okay, so it's like that. Then we have here a pattern brush. Pattern brush draws pattern on your scene, just like this one. It's a denim seam. So if I will draw anything, it will draw with a denim seam here, like like you have it on your jeans or something like that. Okay, so or maybe something like this. Okay, so this is basically like it draws pattern, which is kind of a very interesting one. Then we have scatter. Scatter basically, if you draw something, it scatters item on your like screen. Okay, like you can see some uh, brush strokes are scattered or something like that. Okay, now let's see the brush like palette over here and see what we have. Okay, now here we have the first thing is the brushes. Okay, now whatever brush you will select, its size or anything will be shown over here. Okay, now these are the brushes. Okay, and here you will see a different kind of brushes. All of them are brushes, different brushes that we have. Calligraphy, we have basic, we have pattern. So all of them are the brushes here. Okay, then we have here brush library menu. So there are not only these brushes inside Illustrator, there are more than these. So all of them are available inside this library. Then we have here library like panel online, like if you want to check online on cloud. So there are a lot of many library brushes online as well. Okay. Apart from that, we have here uh, to if you want to remove any brush stroke that you have mistakenly applied or the one that you don't need it. Okay, then here you have this option, which is basically option of options of selected object. So whatever object is selected here, brush stroke is selected. So if you click on it, it will show you the options of that selected brush stroke. Okay, then we have new brush stroke. So if you want to create a new brush stroke, you just have to create that, select it, press new brush stroke, so it will be created as a new brush stroke. Then if you want to delete any brush from here, like if I suppose don't want any of these, or maybe the one that I created doesn't look good, so I can delete that from here. Okay, so that's like the brush panel, very basic, very simple here. So let's start making some brushes here. Okay, let's do one thing here. We have this strokes. If you will see these pink stroke, now I want to convert this pink stroke. This is basically pink stroke, which is basic, means like very simple one. Okay, like a line, like a curve. Okay, so this is a basic brush stroke applied on it. So if I don't want the basic stroke applied on it, if I want something else applied on it, like maybe calligraphy, so I can still do that. Okay, and what I will do here is that I have this option here. Okay, and it will show me different kind of brushes here. I can like sorry, different type of options over here for the brushes. Okay, now I will select this one, and what I will do here is that I will make sure the art brushes is checked in, because sometimes it's not showing. Like my scatter brush is not showing. So if I will click here, it will show the scatter, but right now there is no scatter brush in the list. So that's why it's grayed out. Okay. So what I will do here is that I want to see the brushes in a list view form. So if I will click here, they will all go in the list view form. So I can see a little icon of them plus what kind of brush they are. So this is like a pattern brush, this is Bristol brush, this is decorative art brushes. Okay, these are the calligraphy brushes. So all have different icons over here, and their names are also appearing here. So this will make it little easier for me to select. Okay, so list view is quite handy when it comes to select any one of your items and to see how you're going to how they are going to apply it and what kind of settings they will there will be. So everything will be available here inside the list view. Now these, as I told you before, I want to select these. So simple, what I will do, I will select one of them. Okay, now this is a pink basic stroke. As I told you, the basic is applied on it. I will select this one. I will go to the window, sorry, select, then similar, then stroke color. So whatever is a pink color stroke will be selected. Okay, select same. Okay, and stroke weight. So whatever I have selected right now, which is a pink basic stroke, so if I will choose same, like select same and stroke weight. So what it will do, it will go and select all the ones that are same as the stroke weight of the my selected one. So all these ones which I have, they are pink strokes. So if I will select this one, all of them will be selected. Just simple as that. Okay. Now they all are selected. Now what I will do here is that I will go select the 40 points flat brush here, the calligraphy brush. As soon as I will click it, it will turn into that brush. Now this is quite thinner, so what I can do to make it a little thicker, I can go and increase the stroke of it to at least 3 points. Now they will become a little thicker here. Okay, but I don't want the same color here. What I want is that maybe a white color so that it can be more visible. So I can go in the stroke option here. Okay, click on it and I can choose this white color. Now as soon as I will choose this white color, it's kind of little harsh over here, very bright and too prominent, and it's dominating the other objects here on my screen. So what I can do, I can just go here on my opacity menu and reduce its opacity to around 20%, so it will become a little lighter. So I will have some sort of this feeling like a fog inside a forest sort of thing. Okay, so and this is a good way of applying brushes, okay, inside your existing strokes. Okay, so the stroke was already existed, I selected it and I applied a different brush or stroke on it, and I did some changes like its stroke weight. I made it 3 points so it became a little thicker, and I reduced its opacity basically. Okay, so this is how you can apply different brush strokes to existing strokes. Now if I want to draw with my paintbrush tool instead of converting existing one, so if I want to draw from scratch, so here what I can do is that I can go simply to my brush library menu here. Then I will go to artistic and artistic calligraphy. So I will get all these brush new ones. So I will choose not from here but from here, because here I don't have much more options. These are the basics one, but these are the ones which have more options now. So I'm using artistic calligraphy and I have more options here, and I can select whatever I want from here. Okay, now what I will do here is that I will select here like a brush which is 15-point brush. So I will go here and make it list view. Okay, and select where is the 15 point. Here I have the 15 point oval. Okay, so I can choose this one, 15-point oval, and as soon as I will select, it will be added here. Okay, and I have many other brush strokes here. I have 15-point flat also. Let's see, let's select 15-point flat and remove this one from here, or keep it, doesn't matter. So it is now added here, 15-point flat. Now once this brush is added, I will take my brush tool from here, make sure this is selected, and now in the stroke what I will do here is that first of all, I don't want it to be too thick. I will make it 1 point smaller again, and plus I don't want the opacity to be 20% now. I want it to be 100% visible, and I don't want this color white. I want this color which says water. This is already created here, so I will choose this water color here. Okay, now I have all my settings here. I have my brush, my stroke, my weight, and the opacity. Okay, so now what I can do here is that I can draw here whatever I want. Now let's draw some waves inside here, like a sort of a water. So if I will draw something like this, so automatically you can see it will draw a stroke with that color which I chose here in the stroke. Okay, and automatically it will convert into a smoother form. Okay, so I can draw a couple of these strokes here. Okay, like one here I can draw, one here, one I can draw here. Okay, like different strokes you can draw to make it interesting. Now, as I told you before, these when you draw anything with the brush strokes, it draws with a stroke option. Okay, like here you can see there is no fill selected, there is a stroke. So all the brushes draw with a stroke. That means they can be edited with the direct selection tool. If I will select the direct selection tool, select any one of these strokes, so you will notice that there are handles just like you do on the path or shape, and you can reshape your brush strokes anytime you want. Okay, maybe I want it to be more wavy, so I can make it more wavy here. Okay, so this is how you can uh, manipulate your own brush strokes that you add. Okay, because it works like a pen, like a uh, pen stroke, and pen strokes are easily you are able to change them. Okay, so let me make it less wavy instead of being more wavy. Okay, that's all. Now, once you are done, what else we can do over here is that we can select, okay, any of the brush stroke, and we can change its property as well. Okay, and like suppose if I will go here, take control key, okay, select this, and sorry, shift key, and select all of this, and then at the same time I can change its opacity, like its property or anything else. Okay, now what else we can do here is that if I will go to my brush here and double click on it, so I will get this option. Okay, now here is the fidelity option. Now what is the fidelity? I'm in the middle of the fidelity, means like if I will draw anything over here, what it will do is that it will keep it 50% accurate, like means whatever I was trying to draw, and 50% it will keep it smooth. Okay, so for example, if I will draw something here, let me do some drawing here. You can see that, so I was trying to draw this something like this, but my hand was little bit, you can see, was shaky. But what it did in the end, when I finished my drawing, it made it smoother. Okay, so that's how it is. It helps me. Okay, but if I go here and double click my brush and keep it 100% accurate. Now, if my hand is, shaking right now, and when I finish, so drawing will be exactly the same way. There will be no smoothness in it, which I don't think anyone wants that to do that. Okay. Other than that, if I will go to 100% smooth, okay, and also keep this keep selected option, what it do is that when I finish my drawing, so what it will do, so whatever I was drawing, it will be 100% smooth, and also it will be selected. Like suppose if I draw something like this, like shaky, and then when I finish my drawing, you can see it is 100% smooth now, and also it is selected automatically. Okay, so this is how you can add some very smooth drawings over here. So let's make some more strokes here, and see you are able to now make some smooth strokes here. Okay, more smoother strokes. So this will help you, and whenever you will finish your drawing, you will see that it is automatically selected. Okay, so I can change its stroke to 2 because it was already selected, and that's all. But now when I'm done, I can go back here, change my fidelity back to 50% in the middle, and I will uncheck the keep selected. Okay, so this is how you can edit your brush settings. So this is inside the brush, you can make it smooth. Okay, and you can keep selected, keep not selected, that option you know like already selected. Now Let me deselect everything by clicking anywhere outside here. Here I have my 15 points flat brush, which I selected here. It's there, okay. Now what if I want to edit this one, okay, and I have already drawn objects here. So what will happen to my objects that I have already drawn? So if I double click here on 15 point, it will give me this option settings here, okay. Now I will keep this one here, but the name I will change it to 20 point angle. So this is just a name, and a name can be anything. Okay. Now apart from here, you have degrees. Now degree, your brush stroke, like calligraphy brush, is usually like a slanted like this. Okay, so you can change its degrees, like right now to 70 degree. I can make it 20 degrees. It will become more flatter like this. Okay, now randomness. What is the randomness here? Randomness means whenever you're drawing, there will be a slight randomness inside your stroke. Okay, sometimes if you are turning your brush to left or right, maybe the angle will change from 70% to 90% it's like 70 degree to 90 degrees. When you are moving down, maybe it will become 30 degrees. So there will be a randomness in your angle. But if you don't want randomness, if you want your angle to be all the way 20 degrees, okay, so you can keep it 20 degrees. Size right now, I don't want the size. Okay, I want more. And if I will press preview, so you can see that wherever I applied the brush, it is showing me the change on that brush strokes there. Okay, now if I will press OK, it will tell me that it will inform me that already I have applied this stroke to different areas here. I made some brush strokes with this brush. Do you want me, or do you, or like Illustrator is asking, do you want the Illustrator to apply this change to those stroke? So if I want to apply the change, like right now you can see the change. If I like the change, I can press apply to strokes. If I will press leave stroke, so what will it will do is that it will change the brush stroke here, but it will not apply it on my existing one. So it will keep my original setting there that was. So I will press leave strokes. Okay, so it will leave it as it was before, and it will not apply whatever I did it here. Okay, so this is how you can do editing in your brush. Okay, if I have changed the strokes to existing ones, what it will do is that it will keep it existing one, like it will change the existing one. Okay, now I have at this brush stroke here, but I don't want this brush stroke on this line. I want to remove it. So let's see how to remove the brush stroke. To remove the brush stroke, you just have to select, suppose this one, I want to remove a brush stroke from here. So as soon as I will remove it, so what it will do is that it will keep the same color and move to the basic. Okay. So if I will press here, remove brush stroke. Okay, so you can see the color is same and it's now moved the basic, but you cannot see anything here. The reason is that because the basics stroke weight is 1. So that's why it is very thin. I have to zoom it a lot to see it. Now you can see that. Okay, so that's what it did. Okay, now it's reset it. Reset it means there is nothing on it. Okay, so you can apply anything else on it and it will be applied freshly. It will not keep because everything is like removed from here. The brush stroke is fresh, so whatever you will apply will be freshly applied on it. Okay, for example, I will change the stroke here to 10. Okay, so it's a fresh brush strokes as I applied here the 10 size. So without doing any change, it has it has been converted into stroke. Okay, so that's how we will do it. Let me deselect everything. Always try to deselect everything by clicking outside, or you just have to press uh, Control Shift A on your keyboard to deselect. Okay. What it will do is that it will help you deselect any object, because in brush strokes, if some of the objects are selected and you're doing some changes, those changes will be applied on that selected object. So I don't want that here. Now let's apply art brushes. Let's see how we can work on the art brushes. These are like very, you can say, interesting brushes. Okay, it's fun to use them because it gives you artistic uh, looks, and you can create a lot of things through it. Very creative possibilities there are using this brush. Okay, so how to use the artistic brush? First of all, I don't have a lot of artistic brush, so I can go here in the my library by clicking here, go to artistic here, and then here I will choose my artistic chalk charcoal pencil. Okay, once I will do that, now I will go here back list view so I can see all of them here. Now the one that I'm looking for is the normal charcoal, which is this one. So if I will click it here, you can see now this added here. So I will close this one. Now my charcoal is added here. I will take my brush stroke, okay, and I will draw some leaves with this charcoal brush. So the leaves should be green color. So let's see, do we have any? Yeah, this is fern green color here. I will choose this one. Now I don't want it to be a little thinner, so I want it to be a little thicker. So what I will do here is that I will change its thickness to 10, and notice that I have here no fill, and that's how it should be. Okay, now let's draw some fern like bushes over here, so I can make some changing, and you can see it's a artistic brush, so that's why I'm having these kind of look out of it. Okay, so maybe just like this, or let me make it a little bit more uh, okay, so something like this I can draw with it. Okay, so this will give you some sort of feeling over here. Okay, and then when you are done with this, if you want, you can do the editing, or you can keep it as it is. Now, how to create an art brush? This is an art brush. How you can create an art brush? To create an art brush, let's do one thing. Let's go to this page, this artboard number 2, where we have this tree. Now let's convert this tree into an art brush. Okay, so it's very simple. Whatever you draw, you have to select it. Once you select it, you just have to press this button here, okay, which is new brush, and when you click on it, it will ask you which type of brush you want to create. So we are creating art brush. So I will click on the art brush and I will press OK. And now I will be in this property here. Now I will type here tree. So this will be my tree option. Okay. And what else I can do over here is that once my tree is there, okay, I can also do some sort of change over here. Like suppose, let's do one thing here. First let's apply this, and then let's see what else we can do here. Okay, so I will just press OK. Now this tree brush is there. Okay, now once I'm done with this part, let's do and apply it somewhere. Okay, deselect everything. Now I will select this one. Now whatever brush is there, it's already removed, so we don't have to worry about anything here. Just make sure your stroke is there, and then we have to just press this tree icon here. As soon as I will press it, you will see that it will convert this thing into this form of a tree. Okay, so this is how you can create a tree brush over here. But you will notice that what it actually did, as height there was, like it was from here to here. So what it did, it took my tree and it converted that tree, okay, like it replaced this brushstroke with this tree. As higher this brushstroke was, so my height of the tree is matching that. Okay. For example, if I will go here, taking my tree and draw something straight here, so you can see that it is drawing the tree over here in reality. Okay. And as bigger or longer or wavy I will do my brush stroke, so it will take the same tree and it will draw a tree according to that. What if I don't want that? What if I want this part of the tree, which is this height? Okay, I want this height of the tree, this leaves part of the tree as it is. I don't want it to change its height according to my brush strokes. Only what I want is that as higher or shorter or longer my brush stroke is, it should only affect this bark of the tree, okay, not this leaves or whatever I have here, bushes. Okay, so I only want to affect this bark, okay, not this part. So how we can do that? To do this, I will simply double click my brush tree here, so I will go back here. Now one thing I have to turn on is the stretch between guides. So if I will do this, you can see the stretch between guide is from starting till end. So this whole thing will be stretched around my brush and I don't want that. Okay, notice here how will be the changes. Just notice this brush here. Okay, or let me do one thing. Let me draw here and then notice, or let me draw one more here. Okay, and if I will go here in the tree and turn on the preview, so you can see the changes. So right now from here to here completely it is applied on my stroke of the brush, but I don't want that. I don't want this part of the brush to get affected. I want this part to be get stretched only. So I will turn on my stretch between guides and restrict the stretch only to this area. So what I have to do over here is that I will just go here in my start option and start increasing this till this line goes to this part somewhere here. Okay, and maybe, yeah, that's fine. Okay, and when I will press OK, it will ask me, do you want me to apply this settings to all of them? I will say okay, yeah. So when I will apply, so you can now see what happens to the trees. So this part is not affecting, only it is affecting the bark. Okay, clear? So this is how you can keep your, let me delete those. Okay, now here you can see also this is also affected as I did. Okay, so this is how you can make your artistic brush strokes on your scene. Now, what if I want to work on the Bristol brush now? Okay, to work on the Bristol brush, let's do one thing. We have one Bristol brush here, which is here, the mop. By the way, when I'm working on this project, all these settings are saved for this project. If I will open any other project, all these things, the new stuff that I have added here like tree or charcoal, they will be gone and they will be only appear whenever I open this project. So these settings all depends on the project. So you cannot use them in any other project. How you can use them? If you can just import your document or the settings from there. So it's quite easy. You just have to open it up and import. That's all. Now I want to change this mop brush. This is a Bristol brush. So you can see if you double click it, you can see there is a mop here. Okay, and it is a round fan. I don't want it to be round fan. I want it to be a flat fan. I will change it to flat fan, and you can see this how it changes. Okay. And if those who have used who have been doing painting, they know that there are different kind of mop brushes. One is like a round, it's like a fluffy, okay, but flat is more like a flat, it's pressed, okay, it's not fluffy. Here I will use the flat fan, okay, and I don't want the size to be 3, oh sorry 6, I want it to be 3, okay. Then everything else I wanted, but thickness is too thick. It's for 70% thickness. Okay, I want it to be 50% thick. And you can see how the changes are applied here. Now I will just press OK. So I have a new mop brush. So what I will do with the help of my brush stroke here, I will take here my that color. Okay. And what I will do here is that I will choose a white color from my stroke, okay, and maybe I will increase the the weight of the stroke, and I will draw some smoke coming out of it, okay, like you can say S sort of shape. So I will do this, and you can see how smooth it becomes. And maybe I can add more, but sometimes what happens, it's a little hard to do that. So you can go to the view outline, and then you can draw in the outline mode, so it will become more easier for you to draw. Okay, so you can see how the outline are there. Or if you're not comfortable with that, so you can just change it, and you can use that in your in this view. Okay, so this is how you can draw things with the Bristol brush. Okay, so I made it too wavy. Okay, so I have some smoke coming out of this chimney over here. Okay, so but this is too you can say like harsh, as they are white color. So what I can do, I can select them both and change their opacity to around maybe 50%. Okay, so it will be not that harsh here. Now it looks better. Okay, so this is how you can work with a Bristol brush. Now pattern brushes. Pattern brushes are very interesting here. Let's do one thing here. Let's apply some pattern brushes on this strokes. Can you see these strokes here? Yellow strokes. These are some yellow strokes here, straight lines. But when I select them, the whole house select, because they are that get selected because they are as a group. So easier way is that to double click it, so you can go in the isolation mode, and then your brush you know, you will be only able to select this strokes here. Now I want to apply a brush stroke over here, okay, and that brush stroke I want it to be a pattern brush. Okay, so I can go to my like brush library here, okay, and I can go to the border, and I can go to the border frames I have here, and I can change this to list view, and let me deselect everything for now. Now if I will select this one, mahogany, I think it's a type of a wood, and then I will close it so that it will add. Now it is added here. Now what I can do, I can apply this mahogany pattern on these strokes. As soon as I will apply, you will see on each stroke there is mahogany applied. And what I can do here is that if I want to change only this for this artwork, not for the all, because if I will double click it here, I can change the main settings, which will give me the brush pattern brush options. But if I want for this artwork, if I go to the options here on this area, if I click it, it will give me option for this artwork. Okay, so now here what I can do here is that there is a brush size. Okay, right now it is 100%. So this is not a fill color. If I will reduce it, you can see that it was too white that it looked like it's a fill color, but it's not a fill color, it's a stroke. So I don't want it to be too high like 100, I maybe 7 like 70%. Okay, and then you can see that it has applied over here very clearly. And once I'm done, I can press OK, and it will apply my brush art like pattern brush stroke over here. Okay, now I will go back here all the way, or I will just press escape key on my keyboard, which is a top left key, ESC. Now I told you before how to create an art brush. Okay, but let's see how to make a pattern brush. So I have this is like a pattern, and I want to convert this into a pattern brush. So what I can do here is that I can go here in my new brush settings. Okay, as soon as I will click on it, it will ask me what kind of brush you want it to be. So I will say, okay, I want it to be a pattern brush. So I will press OK, and it will give me this option here. So I can write the name, I can call it lights, and you can see that how it will look like once I will convert this into a pattern brush. So you can see it will be, there will be a lot of bulbs and all these kind of fun looking items will be, will be there. So this is some sort of a changing I will like effect I will have it when I will use this brush. So this is showing me a preview of it, how it will look like. Now I have two options here. One is the corner. Okay, this is the side tile, this is inner corner, start tile, end tile. So these are different kind of options over here. Now this one, these three I don't want to change anything because these two are enough for me. Now here if you will go, you will not have many other options here. Either you have none or you have this artwork. So I will keep it. So it's because this is artwork across the stroke. Now this is only on the corner. So how you want it to be on the corner? Do you want them in the corner auto or like auto slice or auto centered, auto between, auto like auto overlap? But I will call it auto sliced. So auto slice means it will be it will cut it, it will slice it on corners, the pattern itself. Okay. Now that's what I have in mind. Okay, I can increase the space, but that will look weird. So maybe suppose if I will add a 50% space, so there will be a space which I don't actually want it. I will keep it 0 here. Okay, now after that, what I can do here is maybe I will go here. I think I want it auto between, that will be better. So I will choose auto between. So it will create something like this on the corner. I think this will look much more better than any other option. Okay, so I will just press OK, and my brush stroke is created, and Control Shift A to deselect everything. Okay. Now I will go here to this artwork and I want to apply this light stroke maybe here on this green one. So I will select this green stroke, click on the light, and you can see that it has already applied over here. Okay. Now you can change the size of it, or you can change as anything you want. Okay. So like different kind of things you can do with this one. So here what I will do, one more thing is that I can simply change the size of it. Okay, maybe I think 20% looks too big. So if I will double click on it, okay, I will go inside the size now and I can change the size to 20. Sorry, it was 100%, so I will make it 20%, which is fine. Okay, so I will or let's do one thing, let's apply on the remaining artwork and then do this. Let's apply on some other artworks here, like apply over here as well. Okay, so now you can see it's a bit weird because it's too big. So what I can do, I can double click here in the lights and I will change this to 20, press OK and apply stroke. so it will apply on the other artwork also. So Control Shift A to deselect, and you can see how clearly it has applied on my artwork here. Okay, so this is how you will get your different kind of arts here in your, like, you can play with your brushes. Okay, so I told you before, the brushes works on the stroke. So if I will select the brushes, it will always work on the stroke. Apart from the brushes, we have a brush here which is called a blob brush tool. This is opposite of the paint brush because this works not with the stroke, it works with the fill. So this time, to draw anything, you have to select the fill, not the stroke. So this is opposite. So let's go to an empty artboard here and draw something with the blob brush. So you will take the blob brush from the same area where you have the paintbrush, just keep it click, press, and then once you will see this option, choose the blob brush tool. Now, let's create a flower with this tool. And let's go to the swatches and choose a color for the flower here. So what I will do here is that I will just go and choose this pink color. Okay, and I will start drawing with this brush, but I don't know what size I want, so I can double click it here. Okay, and change the size to 70. I think it's okay. If you don't have 70, maybe you can change it to 70, because I want the brush to be not that big enough. So I will press this and okay. And what I will do here is that I will just draw, you can see like this. Okay, and something like a flower sort of thing. Okay, let me do again. And you can see when I'm drawing over it, it is converting the whole thing into a shape itself. So this is fine. And you can see it is all filled shape. It's not a stroke, something like that. So I can fill it. I can use these corner radiuses. So many things I can do with this. Okay. And with the selection tool, I can make it bigger or smaller. One more thing I can do here is that I can use the eraser tool. I can take the eraser tool because it's a fill. I can take the eraser tool, go in the middle and click here, so it will make something like this sort. Okay. Now, you can do any sort of like changes. Maybe I think this size of the eraser is not that good, so I can double click the eraser tool and change the size to 40, and then I can click here. Now I think it's fine. Okay, so I can do one thing. I can copy this one and then deselect and then go to my artwork here, and I will zoom to this part here. And there are a lot of flowers here, so let me add the flower which I created. So I will paste it by pressing Ctrl V or going here and pressing paste, and I will press Shift key on my keyboard and make it smaller, so it will become quite smaller as the other flowers. And randomly I can add the flowers on my scene wherever I think they look good. Okay, like I will add few, like one here, maybe one here, but don't add it a lot, otherwise it will not look that good. Okay, maybe I won't add one here. Okay, one here maybe. And then I'm done. Okay, so this is how you can add flowers. Okay, and you will have like with the blob brush tool, I was able to create this flower. So now you can see with the help of the brush strokes, we were able to create some decent artwork on our scene. Okay, with the help of the pattern brush tool, easily we can make these kind of patterns, nice looking patterns here. We can draw like these kind of strokes. Okay, and with the brush strokes we can make some waves. Okay, some leaves, trees, so many things we can do with this with the help of the brush. Okay, so is everything clear? Any question any one of you have? regarding uh, the brush strokes in the Illustrator? Anyone who have questions? Is everything clear? Okay. So this is basically how you will be able to create or use your brush strokes inside Illustrator, and this is how you will be able to make artwork out of it. Okay. So next class we will move to some topic. Already I have extended your little your deadline little longer. Okay. Like you can check that for your midterm project for your logo design, so you can have a little bit more time. And these uh, uh, exercises that we have gone through previously, it will help you to enhance your existing logo. So still what you can do is that if you have already uploaded, if you want to do some changes, you can do some changes and upload those as well. Okay, any question? Is everything okay? Okay, class. So uh, we'll meet next class with a new topic, and by the time, have a nice weekend. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and we'll continue everything next week.